there are different types of scholarships. So what are the scholarship options these students who are looking at, they have for, getting into IMT Ghaziabad?
As per the latest data, fee for the MBA program in IMT Ghaziabad is 23 lakhs. For Hyderabad, Nagpur, it's 16 lakh. For DCP, because the living cost in Dubai is higher, it's 26.9 lakhs. But this fee includes your living cost. It includes your accommodation and food. For that, we have a set of scholarships. For example, we have one scholarship which is for girls. So every girl who makes it to an IMT campus is eligible for 25. Last year, we paid, and hold your breath, 16 crores.
Wow.
10 plus 6. 16 crore is the amount that IMT spent on these scholarships.
That is a lot, sir. That is genuinely a lot. So how many students approximately, if I was to say, who got these scholarships?
More than a couple of hundred students.
Wow. क्या पढ़ के आना चाहिए इंटरव्यू में आने के पहले?
Knowing what is happening around is okay, but we expect people to understand. They should know how it affects business.
Hi everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here today in conversation with Dr. Harvinder from IMT Ghaziabad. All of you guys have been asking us so many questions. Should I apply to IMT? Should I not apply? Kya cutoff hoga? What is the whole process? So I have got Harvinder sir here, who is a professor of marketing, and the best part, sir has been with IMT for the last 15 years, and from the 4 years he's been taking care of admissions. So आज तो हम sir से cheat sheet लेके जाएंगे कि how do I make it to IMT, and also ask about कि हम थोड़े पैसे भी बचा सकते हैं, हम scholarships कैसे ले सकते हैं. So thank you so much Harvinder sir for making time for us today.
Thanks, Anisha. Thanks for having me here. I'm also excited about talking to students.
Lovely, sir. Sir, पहले तो ये बताओ, like, what brought you to start teaching marketing? It's been like 15 years. I'm sure it's been a journey at IMT itself with the trends of marketing evolving.
I don't know, but I was not a very top person to begin with when I was doing my schooling, fine. But over there, I realized I'm a good observer. And I liked watching people and then, of course, thinking about what they do, how they do. As I grew older, I realized social sciences is closer to my temperament, though I'm a science graduate.
Okay.
And then for masters, I chose MBA, specifically marketing, because I realized marketing and HR are the two areas that make me interact and observe human behavior. And marketing was more kind of acceptable. It had more career options compared to HR. So I thought, let me have a career as well as something that suits my temperament.
Awesome, that's interesting. And so, like, if there's so much changes happening these days with the admissions process. There are new evolutions, newer programs coming in as well. At IMT, we have got in Ghaziabad, we've got 4 different programs. There's IMT DCP program, which is separate. There's a separate program for marketing, separate for, BIFS. What do you think is the key differentiator between all our programs?
So if you go back in time, IMT is a 45 years old campus, and we always had a single program called PGDM with specializations. Over the years, the economy shaped up and the newer kind of requirements evolved. And as a result, we started offering more and more programs. Now, basically, we have 5 programs. If I may correct you, we have 5 programs.
Okay.
And these can be bunched together into 3 buckets. The 3 architectural platforms. For example, Basket One, first architectural program, has 3 programs: PGDM, PGDM Marketing, and PGDM Finance.
Okay.
Now, all these are same architecture in the sense that in PGDM, people normally call it PGDM Core, but there's nothing called PGDM Core. It's called PGDM. This is a flexible program in the sense that once you are selected for this, you have the maximum flexibility. You can choose one of the 4 major specializations. You can go for marketing, finance, operations, or HR. However, there are many people who are very clear about what they want to do, where they want to go. For example, people with commerce and CA background, they know they want to go into finance, no second thought. So we have a program called PGDM Finance. Their specialization is pre-decided. But once a PGDM guy takes finance and a PGDM finance guy also takes this program, both are exactly same, curriculum same, input same, classroom same, faculty is also the same. Similarly, the people who are very clear about what they want to do, for example, marketing. So a PGDM marketing person has his or her specialization pre-decided from day one. But then everything is exactly the same as someone who takes PGDM and later on opts for a marketing specialization. So architectural platform is the same. Now in the year 2010, we came up with our second architectural platform, which is DCP. Now, this is a unique program in which we have 1 year spent in Dubai and 1 year spent in India. Now, see, till that time, IMT, like other business schools, had an exchange program where we used to send students out for one term exchange. So students would spend about 12 weeks abroad. They'll normally go to Europe or North America or Southeast Asia. And we realized that this is useful, but this is limited in the sense that you go to a campus, you have certain courses to do. Campuses are always outside the city. People tend to minimize expenses. They live on campus alone. So interaction is confined to students who live on campus. It's primarily their own peer group, a bunch of Indian students or students of that nationality. We thought if we want our students to be ready for international roles, and honestly speaking, nearly half the batch in any top B school would end up having an international angle to his or her role within first 2-3 years. Either they are sent abroad or they are interacting routinely with the clients or co-workers from other nationalities. And the best way to give them a better immersion is to make them live, breathe, and work in an environment which is truly international. Fortunately, we have an establishment in Dubai. We have a campus in Dubai, and Dubai, as you would know, is a unique place where about 88% of population is expatriates. Locals are only 12%. Indians are in good numbers. People from close to 180 or 90 nationalities live in Dubai. I myself was in Dubai for a couple of years as in charge of the dual country program. And it was a wonderful experience. You get up in the morning, you take the bus. The driver could be a Syrian guy. The guy sitting next to you is an Ethiopian. You get down to a restaurant. You order a food. A Filipino serves you. You're sitting next to a table where an Australian and a New Zealander or a British is eating food. You move out. You go to a store. You do shopping. People were shopping with you. People were serving you. All different nationalities. And there you understand the nuances of living in an international space, do's and don'ts, and these are actual big things. Social etiquettes, when we talk of our culture and other cultures, they are poles apart. Honestly, it took me some time in realizing. Despite me being so educated, so experienced, sometimes I came across a lot of awkward situations because of my grooming. So after having spent a couple of years, I found myself a completely different person. So when I talk to people, for example, the very basic notion is I understood that good English means speaking fast. Whereas living in Dubai, I realized if you want to be a good communicator, you should actually reduce your speed of communication because people coming from different backgrounds have different pronunciations or accents. It's important for you to really change the way you speak. Fine. So this with this thought we had this program. The architecture is completely different. First two terms are similar to PGDM, but then remaining four terms are completely different, including the specializations. So we have a different set of specializations. And about 5-6 years back, we launched our third program for banking and financial services. It's called PGDM Banking and Financial Services. Again, a different architecture, a different set of professionals handling it. And we also have a parallel small establishment in Mumbai to give students a flavor of things happening. We have a couple of collaborations in place to give people a flavor of the real world of banking and financial services. So 5 programs, 3 architectural platforms.
Lovely. Understood the difference now, sir. So this is like really great. But one common question which all the students have is, when I'm applying to IMT, can I in one form itself apply to all of these programs? And do I have to sit separate interviews for all, or is it one common interview?
I tell you what. When it comes to IMT's common application, you don't apply for these three sets of programs. In fact, you apply for three different campuses.
Okay.
So by paying a single fee of 3,500, you apply for all three IMT campuses: Ghaziabad, Nagpur, Hyderabad. Remember, Nagpur has a set of 4 or 5 programs. Hyderabad also has a set of 4 programs. So once you fill this program, you can select your preferred campus. Suppose you want to come in Ghaziabad, Ghaziabad becomes your number one preference. Number two, number three, depending upon your CAT score. And then under each campus, you can have your order of preference for programs. Suppose you want to have a flexible program, PGDM becomes your first preference. Suppose you want to go to finance, then PGDM Finance becomes your second, or BFS becomes your second preference, and so on. So with a single form, you cover 3 campuses and all programs in each campus.
Lovely. So my one application form is doing justice to all of this. Now, sir, the second thing that I asked was about the admission process. Like we have to give the CTPI, which we would love you to explain also, and also understand, is it same or common if I applied through the common application for all the campuses?
Wonderful. So, see, I'll talk about, and I think you raised this issue as a part of the previous question also, whether we have same interview or different interviews. So, CTPI, critical thinking and personal interview, is single entity, and there is a single CTPI for all campuses, all programs, and it is for the simple reason that look, your academic background has certain weightage that is pre-calculated. Your CAT score is already known to us. I mean, once you upload that, we verify it. It's pre-decided. Your experience, whether you have it or not, is known to us. Scores are pre-decided. Fine. The only thing we judge during the interview is your thinking, critical thinking abilities, and other skills. Now, uh, critical thinking has to be same across any program because you have to have the ability to analyze things critically, means looking at pros and cons of each situation. For example, a typical, I give you a hypothetical company scenario. So you are the boss, you have a team, you come across a situation and you come across something, and now what will you do? So would you fire the person or not, hire the person or not? Fine. And in that, you would want to really talk about, examine both aspects, yes or no, and then arrive at. Or it would be as simple as analyzing India's foreign policy towards, say, Bangladesh or Nepal. Fine. So in a critical thinking test, we would actually expect a student to examine both sides of a particular argument. And then, of course, you may want to weigh both and take a decision saying, I would prefer this, I recommend this, I go for this. And this is same across all campuses, all programs.
True, true.
Be it BFS, be it DCP, be it PGDM. Now, in interview, unlike previous years or others, we do not want to focus on subject specific inputs. We want to check a couple of things. We want to check your attitudinal properties and skills, for example, communication, teamwork, leadership skills, fine, analytical skills, problem solving skills. These are generic, common across all. And we also want to see how involved are you, how ready are you in case you have chosen a career track or special. Suppose say you say I want to go into marketing, fine. So we would want to know how aware are you about latest things in the marketing, and can you apply your thought process in that direction. Now, understanding a person's basic instincts towards marketing, finance does not require a dedicated, unique, special panel because we do not want them to solve mathematical numericals or problems. Fine. That is why the interview remains same. It's more of an interview that checks your attitudes, your skills, and your basic orientation towards your intended or preferred specialization of program. Right? So a single CTPI, single interview for all three campuses and for all programs in those campuses. You are assigned a numeric score, and the final selection list, people call it merit list, I call it a selection list. So you have a composite score, and then of course we start sending out offers depending on starting from the top. So if you are ranked one and your preferred program is say BFS, you get a BFS offer.
BFS.
If you're ranked second and your first preference is PGDM Marketing, you get PGDM Marketing. Fine.
Got it, got it. Understood, sir. So the process is pretty simple, and it's the same across all campuses, which is very good for the students. So coming back to one of the other things that we would love to understand is, there are different types of scholarships. So what are the scholarship options these students who are looking at they have for getting into IMT Ghaziabad?
See, affordability is a very big issue and ROI is important. We understand that. I've also been a student myself. My son is also doing a professional course, so I was concerned about that. So before I talk about scholarship, let me clarify one thing. So as per the latest data, fee for the MBA program in IMT Ghaziabad is 23 lakhs. For Hyderabad, Nagpur, it's 16 lakh. For DCP, because the living cost in Dubai is higher, it's 26.9 lakhs. But this fee includes your living cost. It includes your accommodation and food. Unlike many other campuses where this 20 plus fee is only the academic tuition fee and you pay separately for your accommodation and food. So a fair comparison should be you must deduct maybe 4-5 lakh rupees out of this because that's what people normally for accommodation and food in a tier 1 city.
Yeah.
Fine, that's one part. We still believe we need to support people. We need good students and we need gender diversity. Currently, we have a 60-40 gender ratio in our classes, 40% girls, 60% boys. And we want to maintain that. For that, we have a set of scholarships. For example, we have one scholarship which is for girls. So every girl who makes it to an IMT campus is eligible for 25% scholarship. I repeat, it's 25% for IMT Ghaziabad for the tuition fee part. But then I would like to clarify one thing. You get 25% scholarship that is reimbursed to you. But then during your education, you must ensure that you maintain a certain academic performance.
Okay.
That would be fine. And you are not involved in any misconduct, academic or otherwise. Well, see, this particular thing, scholarship, becomes a part of your CV.
Yeah.
You are known as a scholar, and we do not want anyone carrying badge of scholarship getting involved in acts of misdemeanor.
Got it.
We are very clear on that. I think Nagpur and Hyderabad campuses also have 20% scholarship for female candidates, right?
Okay.
That's for girls. Boys might also feel that they need some support. We have a similar thing for boys also. So all the boys who have 98 percentile or more in CAT or ZAT.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. So boys and girls both are eligible. Girls will get to choose from both the options. 98 plus percentile in CAT ZAT or 750 plus GMAT score in 10th edition.
Hanji.
And now GMAT is a focus edition also.
Right.
So if they have 705 plus score in focus edition, all these students are eligible for 25% tuition fee favor. I'm talking of males. Girls will get 30%.
Okay. So based
Now-
on merit, you can get 30%. If you're 98 percentile below the females, then you get that 25%.
Now what happens is, suppose you are a girl and you have a 98.1 percentile.
Hanji.
You are eligible for 25% being a girl and 30% for meritorious. So
Correct.
you will be given one, which is the higher one. You get 30%.
30%.
But boys with 98 percentile plus will get 25%. This year we have made one change. This is applicable on four programs:
Okay.
PGDM, PGDM Marketing, PGDM Finance, and PGDM BFS.
Okay.
Now we really want to improve the profile of a batch in DCP program. For DCP, we have actually relaxed it a bit. We're saying anyone with a percentile of 95 plus
Okay.
in CATZAT gets this scholarship for DCP.
For DCP. Okay.
And
Okay.
corresponding scores for GMAT and focus are 720 and 675 plus. And
Understood.
imagine with this particular scholarship, DCP actually becomes at par with any
Any.
MBA program in India. So you are
Lovely.
getting an international exposure, international career tracks and opportunities by paying a fee which is actually an Indian fee.
Understood, sir. That's really great. So this also, now these all scholarships will be given to every student who meets the criteria.
True,
Like I
true.
don't have to have a separate essay लिखो for SOP, separately apply करो, ऐसे तो कुछ नहीं करना है ना सर?
You know it day one, but you have to maintain your
Correct. Yes.
this. You have to maintain your grades and you have to maintain your conduct on campus.
Lovely. Got it. Sir, apart from this, some colleges also have those tuition fee waiver programs, which are there by AICTE. Do we also have those programs offered for our
Very
students?
true. That is over and above.
Okay.
So we offer it. That's 5% of the total batch strength. We offer it, and that's also available. For that, the documents required to be
हाँ
submitted
जी.
are prescribed by Government of India. Honestly, let me share one thing, Anisha, before I forget. These two scholarships, female scholarship and meritorious. Last year, we paid, and hold your breath, 16 crores.
Wow.
10 plus 6. 16 crore is the amount that IMT spent on these scholarships.
That is a lot, sir. That is genuinely a lot. So, how many students, approximately, if I was to say, who got these scholarships?
More than a couple of hundred students.
Wow. That's amazing. That's so, all the students who are listening to us, please make sure that if you know you are someone who can make it to the scholarship. Meritorious तो यार आपको आपकी percentile हाथ में आ गई है, score cards पता है, तो apply करो, do not miss out. Sir, this brings me to the next question. If apart from scholarships, IMT cutoffs have been rising on a yearly basis, what would you suggest for the students who are listening कि सेफ स्कोर है कि इस पे हमें शॉर्टलिस्ट कॉल आ सकती है?
See, it's a tricky question because things vary from year to year. Number of students appearing for CAT
या.
changes every year. The eligible pool changes every year.
हाँ जी.
And the number of candidates to apply also changes every year. But we have one thing very clear. Nobody would enter IMT Ghaziabad campus with a CAT-ZAT score of less than 90. That's for sure. That's non-negotiable.
ओके.
Fine, and that is true, and that too is applicable for DCP. Fine. Female candidates also get some exemption for 2-3%, but less than 90, forget about it. It will never happen. Now, what we do is we have a fixed number of seats for each program. Accordingly, we have a target number of candidates to be interviewed. So what we do is, depending on the number of students we get, we arrange them in descending order of CAT scores, and then we start picking people from top.
And then the cutoff.
So maybe 1 year this number ends at 94.5. Next year it ends at 93.5. This year it may end at 96. You never know.
Correct.
But last year, I can share that number. Last year for DCP, we stopped at 90. And for the other programs, 4 programs, we stopped at 93.
Okay. All right.
I
So,
do not know where we will stop this year. It could be 90. It will never go below 93. That's for sure for other programs. So it could be 93, 93.5, 94, 94.5. You never know. But it will never go below 90. That's for sure. For
got
DCP.
it. So, but basically, sir, because CAT registrations and applicants have reduced this year, 90 plus can be safe, like all the people who are applying? Can they? कोई तो
They
कॉल आ
should take
जाएगी.
it. They should take their chance. They should take their chance.
Lovely. So, guys, all of you who are listening to us, we have taken advice from the person who manages admissions for the last 4 years, तो जो सोच रहे हो ना कि मैं अप्लाई करूँ नहीं करूँ सोच रहा हूँ, 90 plus you should get some or the other programs. You check out the website, understand more in depth about what is the curriculum of each of these specialized programs, and you can decide for yourself. So one last thing, like we spoke about, what are we testing in the interviews, the critical test, and the analytical thinking which you mentioned. Any parting thoughts, advice you would like to give to these students who might come and sit for interviews with you or some other senior professors, at various colleges?
See, one thing we that every panelist would appreciate is clarity of purpose. Fine. It really pisses me off when I see someone saying, "So what do you want to do, sir? No, I'll come join and then I'll see." I mean, who the hell spends 25 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees just to come and see? Let me see how it happens. This is not a walk in the garden. Fine.
Right.
And if you're not very sure about what you want to do, where you want to go in next couple of years, I think you're too late to take a call on that. So clarity of purpose is very important. That's one thing. Other is please be what you are. Every person has strengths and weaknesses. There's nothing wrong in being weak and having a weakness. Everyone has it. Problem comes when you try to pose as someone who you are not. Point is, the panelists are experts, fine. So they will not stop at one question, they will probe deeper.
Right.
There will be a counter question. And by second or third question, if they observe chinks in your armor, then your integrity will be questionable. And integrity is something that is non negotiable for any institution as well as a recruiter.
Very true, sir. That is very important. That's like sir has given you guys one secret, that panelists definitely are way more experienced and they will probe. So don't fluff, don't lie. Very important. And sir, any other things that you would suggest them कि क्या पढ़ के आना चाहिए इंटरव्यू में आने के पहले?
See, I think a well-rounded person. An MBA is not supposed to be a research scientist. Fine, we don't expect people to have deep knowledge of internal dynamics of processes, but they should be aware of what's happening around. That's one part, but that's a starting point. Knowing what is happening around is okay, but we expect people to understand, they should know how it affects business or their chosen area of expertise. For example, if I want to specialize in marketing, and there's something called a tariff change or currency devaluation or a change in laws, would that affect the field of marketing, and in what way? Because if I did not think about it, it means I'm not curious enough. And curiosity is something which is a prerequisite for being a successful professional. Be as curious as a child. Fine. So you have a clarity of purpose. So everything happening around you, you should try to check or test those happenings on your career goal. That's the kind of curiosity we want to see in students who want to get into IMT Ghaziabad.
Lovely, sir. I think that really makes clear understanding for all the students who are listening to us, what kind of selection process that IMT Ghaziabad has, what should you work on and prepare right now. All the students who are listening to us, if you have any other doubts or questions with respect to the process, the cutoffs, the CTPI, the programs, the selection method, anything, just drop in the comment section and we will take it up for you guys. And I must say thank you so much, Harvinder sir, for making time for us on a evening before the holidays, just to make sure that the students get the maximum knowledge and idea about these basic doubts of what is CTPI, who should apply and how to apply. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board.
Thanks, Anisha. It was wonderful talking to you. So, wishing you a very happy new year. And I wish a happy new year to all the applicants. And I advise them to be optimistic, apply for IMT Ghaziabad, be a part of the process, and see how it goes. And my best wishes are with all of them.
Awesome, sir. Thank you so much, and thanks everyone for listening. All the best. Take care and stay tuned to the channel for all the updates.
I'm Karthik.
Miss Kishle Bharadwaj.
My Z score is 99.84.
I had a 99.42 percentile.
I got like a 99.21 percentile.
Ashutosh Gupta. My name is Daniel Lad.
My name is Jatin Basi.
The 98.76 percentile in CAT.
So I secured 99.19 percentile in CAT.
In which I scored 94.75 percentile.
जो भी आप मोटिवेशन देते हो, जो भी आप जिस तरीके से पढ़ाते हो सर, डेफिनेटली कीप दैट गोइंग।
Only Sumit sir's की बातें जो हैं वो ही काम आती हैं.
Their preparation was extremely good. I can proudly say that I'm here because of that.
Hit the bell icon.